Welcome to Ultimate Survival Gear. Today, as you guys can see, I have yet again something from Under Armour, and this time it is there. Valsetz Reaper. Much requested boot. Now this review is going to be just a little bit different than my usual reviews. Usually I have two separate sets of boots, one for showing, one for testing. This time there wasn't two in stock, so this is the ones that I've actually been wearing. So I apologize for the beat up, dirty look. This is what we have to work with, but this has been requested quite a few times already on this channel. I decided not to wait until the second pair is in stock, so here we go. Now I've done a bunch of testing with this. I have used this for my made-up objective for my amateur hour on Firearms of America channel, where I was building an observation post with no tools, engaging the thread. I have done some hiking in these, I have done some move and shoot, I have done some weight, bringing up the weight up the hill when I was building my observation post through different terrain. So I've done quite a lot of testing, more than usual for these ones. And I think it's fair enough because these are actually advertised as mil-spec on Amazon. The link is in the description below, as always. And I have to say, overall, I am very impressed with these boots, especially with the comfort and the waterproofing. But we will talk about all of that later in this review, so if you're interested, stick around. So, just over $100 currently on Amazon. Like I said, the link is in the description below. Like I said, overall, if you don't have time to watch the whole review, get them, you're not going to be disappointed. But let's start this review with the comfort level. Okay, comfort level is extremely impressive. And there are a few factors that contribute to the comfort level. Let's start with the first one, which would be the weight. And I do have my scale here. Now this is a size 10, and the size 10 is, let's see if I can guess it. So I would say probably somewhere around 22 maybe ounce. Let's see if I'm anywhere close. Wow, actually better than expected. 1996, so just under 20 ounce, which I have to say is very impressive. For a full-size waterproof boot, this is very impressive. Now, whenever it comes to the weight, to give you reference, if you're looking for something lightweight that is not going to create fatigue over the course of, if you're wearing this for the whole day, which is what I was doing when I was building my observation post, you want something under 20 ounce per boot. And as you can see, this just fits the bill right here. Very impressive. There are a few other things that contribute to the comfort level. No particular order. Let's look at the inner sole. We were just about to say outsole, but we're going to talk about outsole later. Inner sole. Check this out. Very nicely cushioned. This is, I gotta say, this is probably one of the best stock insoles that I have seen in a boot. It is just excellent in every way around. It has just the right amount of cushioning, at least to my personal taste. Very nice heel bed. You do have the arch support. Under Armour, I think they've done a fantastic job. And it's very good whenever it comes to moisture wicking. Like I said, I was wearing this boot the whole day, building the observation post, sweating, and yeah, this held up fantastic. It's just impressive. I'm not even worried about putting this on my countertop, but let's move on further. We have our padding, obviously one of the things that contributes to the comfort level. As you can see, the shaft is very nicely padded, no rubbing on the ankles. Honestly, you can wear these boots without socks and you're still gonna be comfortable. It's very impressive. I think Under Armour did a fantastic job. You have a padding in the tongue as well, and throughout the whole boot, I mean, this is a suede leather, so it is quite soft, which takes away from the protection, which we'll talk about later. But for comfort, it is quite fantastic. So on the comfort level, I mean, this is definitely top 10 most comfortable. I mean, with the pattern, you can say it's a hunting boot, tactical boot, military boot, but one of the most comfortable boots I reviewed on this channel. Hands down. Absolutely love the comfort level of these boots. But let's move on to the criteria number 2, where it gets even better, and it's the proofing and protection, and specifically it gets better in the proofing department. Honestly, I did not expect much for the waterproofing, and I did not expect much testing for the waterproofing, but it was raining a couple days before my whole objective was building the observation post in the woods here. And yeah, it was quite wet, and me laying on the ground, I was wearing waterproof pants, and they actually let in the moisture soaked in through the waterproof pants, but it didn't at all through these. And washing these under a garden hose, my feet were completely dry. I'm very impressed with waterproofing technology here. And the waterproofing is nothing fancy, it's not Gore-Tex, it's just Under Armour's own, I think they call it like a Storm or something. Yeah, here it is, it's a Storm, all covered up in mud, but yeah, it's very good. And as you can see, the tongue is gusseted, and you do have about, let's see, about definitely solid 5 inches, more than 5 inches, almost 5.5 inches of really waterproofing clearance. So if you step in a puddle that deep, you know, the moisture is not, the water is not gonna get in. So very impressive. I'm really impressed with the waterproofing in these. Proofing wise, you do have kind of a, it's not a hard cap, but it does add a little bit of a reinforcement here at the toe box, so definitely helpful. Obviously you do have all this padding in the shaft, which will definitely protect, well, not much, but still add some protection to your ankles. You do have reinforced heel, and of course the outsole, it is a very nice quality rubber. It's not Vibram as they use in the new Valsetz Charged, which I've done a review just recently. It's on this channel, check it out if you're interested. Specifically if you're interested in the Vibram outsole, which I think is definitely an update, an upgrade to this outsole, but still it performs very well whenever it comes to traction, and protection wise, definitely pretty good. All right, let's move on to the criteria number 3, quality and the design features. Now, quality wise, this is one of the things you will see throughout reviews on Amazon. Specifically, I'm referring to whenever it comes to Valsetz, Under Armour Valsetz boots, is that quality, sometimes people are not too happy because they don't last long enough. And I understand that whenever it comes to the synthetic PU materials, that's really what you expect. I mean, it's hard to complain for the price, you know, buying your boots for 70 bucks. I mean, we can, you know, discuss it all day, but that's one of the complaints that people have. In this particular case, however, you do have suede leather, and longevity wise, leather is always going to be step up anything that is synthetic, obviously, for obvious reasons. So I don't know personally how long this will last me, but if you do have experience with these, comment. I would really appreciate it. It's going to be helpful for everyone. Leave your feedback about the boots, what you think about them. If you had them for some time, that would be really nice. Now, design features. Usually here I talk about the lacing system. As you can see, lacing system here is very straightforward, nothing crazy. Overall, I am definitely happy with it. You do have really just fabric loops going throughout the whole boot, and then at the top you have 2 pairs of, these are plastic hardware, but it seems to work very well. In fact, I kind of do like it because it makes it easier to tighten these and loosen these up. You do have the pull tabs at the front of the tongue, and the pull tab at the very back to make it easier to put it on. So really there's yeah, no problems putting these on and off. Overall, the strings themselves, they're quite thin. So yeah, I do like thin, round strings compared to the, you know, the flat, flimsy ones. Okay, done with that, let's move on to the criteria number 4. Outsole traction and stability. Now, this outsole, like I said, the quality of rubber is not as good as the Vibram. This is what they use in the newest Valsetz version. So if you have not checked that out, check it out. I do have a review on this channel. But still, this performs very well. Overall, the pattern of the grooves gives you excellent traction, excellent stability. The terrain that I was testing, it was with the woods, it was on mud, mixed kind of with the sand, with the gravel, and it performs absolutely fantastic on all of it. The only thing I would say is flat, shiny surfaces, you do have a little bit of a squeak going on with this type of rubber. So, you know, if you're getting these, obviously, you know, if you're getting this as a tactical boot, this is one of the things you definitely want to keep in mind. But overall, whenever it comes to traction and stability, definitely Under Armour, yeah, they did a good job. Let's move on to the criteria number 5 really quickly, sizing and fitment. Overall, these are true to the size. I don't have any complaints with sizing. Usually I get half a size bigger than my normal shoe size whenever it comes to boots, whether it's tactical boots or hiking boots. And here, as a size 10, usually I get a 9.5. I do get a little bit of extra space in the toe box, just like expected, so overall pretty good. The fitment, I would say it's more of a regular fit. It's not too narrow, it's not too wide, so for most people, I think they're gonna be happy whenever it comes to the fitment. Let's move on to the criteria number 6 really quickly, application. With the pattern, I mean, the pattern says it all. This is more of a military tactical hunting look, and that's really one of the reasons why I got these boots, is because as part of my observation post, made up objective, building a fort, more like it was a camouflaging, and of course I wanted to have something that blends in with, you know, with the natural background of the woods, and this does it quite good, I would say. Of course, you know, you can always do a better job, but this worked just fine. A lot better than wearing, for example, a black boot. Black stands out quite a lot whenever you're walking through the woods. But this pattern does very well. And honestly, even if you're getting these just as hiking boots, like I said, I was wearing them all day and I was absolutely trashed by the end of the day, carrying all these sandbaggies up the hill and setting them up and then doing the shooting and then putting everything apart. Yeah, it was a long day. But one thing that I did not complain once or even pay attention to is how my feet are feeling in the boots, is because they are so comfortable. So yeah, whenever it comes to comfort, I really cannot see anyone being disappointed. Now let's move on to the criteria number 7, price tag. Now depending on the size that you're getting, depending on where you're getting from, the size varies anywhere from like $100 to like $120, $130. These ones I got for $100, but again, this was it was shown, it was a discount on Amazon back when I was getting them, so I'm not sure. You might find them cheaper, you might find them a little bit more expensive. But overall, for that price range, considering that these are waterproof, considering that the outsole, what you're getting with the outsole and the comfort level, I think this is definitely a fantastic buy. It's really hard to not to be happy with the purchase for that price, because I think you're getting quite a lot, especially with the waterproofing. I think definitely you're you know, you're gonna be happy with your purchase. So let me know in the comments below. Hopefully this review was helpful. As always, leave your comments. If you have any requests for reviews, drop them in the comments below. I always I have a to-do list where I put all of those requests, and if I come across something like this, I get it as a priority. So thank you everyone for watching. God bless, and I will see you all in the next video.